Sunshine State, a hotbed of passionate football fans. It is not hard to find where rivalry battle lines in the state are drawn on a day like today. These two are due to lock up once again, and we can't wait to get it started. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Slot. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Seminoles will kick it away to start. Fielded in the end zone. It's Abrams. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Florida Gators offense will have the first crack at it in this one. Renegade was feeling his oats the last time these two got together as Florida State blew out the Gators.
And with that win, it just carried so much momentum throughout the rest of the season for the Seminoles and in the offseason as well. This is one of those games, if you win like that, you make a statement, not just in the state of Florida, but all across the country.
Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Terrible way to start this game if you're on offense. You've given up 2 straight negative plays. You ran the ball on 1st down for negative yards, and then you take a sack now on 2nd down. That tells me this offensive line has got to wake up. You knew this was physically going to be a challenge, but you've got to get ready to go, and you've got to fire off the ball because going backwards ain't going to get it done.
They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. The Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Gets his first one of the day away. He might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. He gets a block. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Seminoles offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about...
There he goes! Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. First down here for the offense. To the ground with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. For the many fans of the program, they started this season dreaming of a national championship. That dream has quickly turned to a nightmare, falling all the way out of the top 25. Where is their head right now amidst all of this chaos?
They got to get their heads out of the clouds right now and finally play up to their potential. They've got a lot of talent, but they have not been able to put it together on game day. There's a lot of people on social media and the message boards, sports talk radio locally, very, very angry with how this team has played. They've got to do something to turn it around.
That's not the place I thought they had to get their head. I mean, it's been a dumpster fire. It has not been good this year. They've got to somehow right this ship. There's too much talent on this squad to be losing game after game and falling out of the rankings.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Well, this guy's really feeling it. Of course, last week he had 2 sacks, and here he is in this one registering his first. This guy very quickly is making a name for himself as one of the best pass rushers in college football.
Caught over the middle. It's Wilson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. The sure hands. It's Brown. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the Gators will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They'll try the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Looking to throw, it's Sperry. Here comes the heat. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Anytime a wide receiver makes a big play like that, images of Peter Warrick start flashing in Seminoles' heads.
And, man, just that time, that era with Bobby Bowden and those offenses, you just think about high-flying, every position, game breakers, and I think a swag, Reese. Just guys that I know I could throw to the outside that had swag that could take it to the house, make big plays.
Right on the money. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Line getting set on second down. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's Byrne. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. The Seminoles pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Noles! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out. They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. The option look. Finds a little space. Turning it on. The 20. Past the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Seminoles.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. And you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options. They're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Abrams. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16. Guys, you might know Florida State was once a women's college. Didn't start playing football until later, and in fact, didn't start playing the Gators until 1958.
Even though they haven't been playing a long time, this game has featured so many of the biggest names in the sport. You think about Bobby Bowden, Steve Spurrier on the sidelines, Charlie Ward, Chris Swanking, Tim Tebow, Danny Werkle, Heisman Trophy winners. This game has had it all.
Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Pringle. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10.
You know, one of the areas that separate good offensive coordinators from great ones is how efficient their offenses are on 3rd down passing plays. That was the perfect call at the perfect time, and obviously executed.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is a
rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. They boot it away. Let's see what he can do with it. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Looking for room. It's Byrne. Got the 1st down and more. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They'll give it to him again. At the 40, there he goes. And he'll be out of bounds on what turns out to be the final play of the 1st quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the 1st, let's take a quick look at our game stats. First play of the period, 1st down here. On the move. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quarterback making checks. Now the play fake. Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Headed to the end zone. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. The Seminoles have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Makes the grab. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
I'll tell you, this defense, they've looked really good with their backs against the wall. When they get down in their own end defensively in the red zone, they really just seem to tighten up, and you saw it there on that play.
They'll try to blast their way in. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. If you want to look on the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball, because it is a long way to the end zone. They'll start this drive with a pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jackson. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Trying to get them out flanked on the jet sweep. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
So many offenses do this, right? They run the jet sweep. This defense was more than ready. They see it all the time. They got the penetration. That play had no chance to be successful.
With the catch, it's Brown. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. On third down, he drops the throw. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The Gators will punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Slips through the line. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. I'll bet they'd sign up to start every drive. First and goal from the 7. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Second and goal coming up. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback.
Touchdown, Florida State. Fitted in the window for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the Gators decide to punt it away. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. And the quarterback will be slugged down back at the 43.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Dropping back, it's Berry. Hauls it in. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Noles looking to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Makes the catch. It's Montgomery. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Now on 1st down from the 40. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown Gators! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
Set sail out of the end zone. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Throws to the tight end. Got his man on the right. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. The short hands, it's Byrne. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Looking to throw, it's Sperry. Got his man out of the backfield. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Makes the grab. It's Byrne. Quick stop and play for this timeout from the offense. Final seconds of the 1st half, and they'll try to put up 3. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power. A 46-yarder from the left. Absolutely center cut. And now the lead is even bigger. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, in a rivalry filled with magical moments, even more here today between the Gators and Noles.
The Gators will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They opened this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the 2nd half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
They plow ahead with the run, but still more ground needed to pick up the 1st down. 3rd down coming. It's complete to the right. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. With the catch, it's McCoy. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. And the Seminoles have this offense rolling. Looking downfield, it's Sperry. Under fire. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. And the Noles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Trying to turn the corner on the left. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on third down? Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Steps away. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Seminoles send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They cut into the deficit the last time they had it, forced the punt, and now they can really make this a game.
And you're right back in this thing. You're creating some momentum. You got the score. You got the stop. This offense, Jesse, has a chance now to make this an absolute barn burner of a ball game.
Yeah, it's one play at a time, though, right? You're not going to get it all back in one play. Just go out, do your job, execute, keep this thing going down the field. And if things go well, like David said, we've got a game.
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed.
Touchdown, Knowles! And the beatdown has ensued. That Seminole war chant is getting louder as Florida State has built a big lead.
The Seminoles have been able to seize the momentum here in the second half, and they are now running away with this thing. Big plays all over the field have the Noles now looking good.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. A quick pass to the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Brown. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Rides the back on the option, the give. Oh, he's got a chance. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking downfield on 1st down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Touchdown Seminoles! And they turn it into a defensive score.
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep 2 hands on the ball. That time, he got hit, the ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands, and he makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. LSU delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in Baton Rouge. Thing is, this was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout the SEC. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Man, this poor quarterback, he's got no time. You got to protect your quarterback. You got to find different ways to do it. Sometimes it's not working with 4 wide receivers. Maybe you bring in a couple tight ends, go max protection, more guys blocking, less guys in routes, but you got to find something to have success.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
He gets it away from his own end zone. He takes it at the 45. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. To the air, it's Berry. Setting up the screen. Running to Green. Breaks into the open. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long. A step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. The Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on second down. Lets it fly. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. Power football with the run. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. And the Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The Gators will send out the punt unit.
Number 11, on to punt it away.
Hauls it in, looking for space. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Second down coming up. Looking for a man. It's Berry. Flips it out to the back. They knock him down behind the line, and the defense finishing this third quarter in style. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Nice grab in traffic. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
That's a good example of why location on throws is so important. It's third down, and if the quarterback just puts that in a better spot, his player can catch it and advance it and maybe get the first, but because he killed his receiver's momentum because of the poor throw, the defense was able.
There he goes. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. He's got it on the move. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Noles. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. He is dialed in. David, remember when we called Jameis Winston's debut? 27 passes, not one hit the ground. The 2 incompletions were caught out of bounds. This guy's locked in like that.
Locked in, dialed in. And when you're compared to Jameis Winston, and by the way, I mean, he was in fuego that night. It was awesome to be there. Those are the kind of guys that catapult you to the next level and bring Florida State back.
Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
A strike downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Wilson. Oh, the speed, the acceleration, the elusiveness, and he's down to the 43. The Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Gives it on the option. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
And the Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive, David.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Pressure coming. He'll pull it down and run. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. Wants to throw. It's Sperry. Oh, they're after him. The Seminoles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Gonna take a shot. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
You got to be so careful, too, Dave, because on 3rd and long, they're playing their nickel now. They've got extra DBs on the field. Those windows are going to open and close really, really quickly. And I think that time the quarterback got a little too greedy trying to fit that football in a small window.
He did, and I like the zone coverage, too, because everybody's staring at the quarterback, so you can get a really good break on the football, knowing where the sticks are. They break on it, and they get the big interception.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Unleashes one deep. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. And they're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the 4th quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know the next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown, and there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
Here's a throw downfield late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Makes the catch on the left.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Pocket breaking down. Punts it out of the air. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. The Noles will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air. It's Sperry. He'll take a shot. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late.
And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window. Ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
After this, it'll be a wrap. Looking to throw on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. And the pass is incomplete. Looking for a little salve for the wound, but the ball game is over. It was vitriolic, it was intense, and it went to the Seminoles as Florida State